Like you have to be on the same page regarding everything you want to do in the game. And sometimes you want to do Herald, sometimes you want to do Camp, sometimes you want to do Dragon, sometimes you want to. I think I said enough actually. Being on the same page. That's the motto.
You're confident that this Team Vitality can get to this same page, and if so, when?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that by the time playoffs come, we will be.
Hey guys, this is Ashley King of Horizon Esports, and I'm joined by Perks, the mid laner of Team Vitality. After they go against Rogue on the third week of 2022 LEC Spring. Hey Perks, thank you so much for joining me. It was a very competitive game against Rogue. Perhaps the result wasn't what Team Vitality was looking for, but yeah, how are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling fine. Yeah, like usually when I feel like we tried our best, and we gave it our best, and we lose, it's okay. Because I think today Rogue was just better than us, from the prep and draft into in-game play. So I'm not like feeling too bad or something like that. I think I played fine myself. So usually if I perform badly, I will be very angry or like feeling, demotivated or like regretful. But I think I played pretty well today, and I was trying to win pretty hard. But it was just very like we had so few options in the game at some point.
So it sounds like you're pretty happy with your performance, and you mentioned that you are playing really hard to win. So, in your opinion, what could have Team Vitality done in order to win this game against Rogue? Could have been the comms, could have been the drafts, could have been the rotation, could have been a specific play within the game.
So they have a pretty like how would you say straightforward death ball comp, like 4-1 kind of thing where one guy catches side, the other people play together, and it's straightforward how they play team fights. I think us losing the Herald was basically the very big problem in this game because bot matchup is Caitlyn versus Jinx, and even though enemy bot lane was losing, they ended up getting full turret because we lost the Herald, and then we also didn't match with jungle at bot. I actually think these two things were the biggest problem in the whole game because after that, for example, let's say Caitlyn gets a whole bot turret, right? So she gets what 1,000 gold, then she bases and goes top, and our dual lane has to match. And when they match, they're gonna lose 2-2 because Caitlyn has now 1,000 gold advantage. So I think the whole Herald situation and then not matching them after Herald was setting us up behind. And then obviously we went for like a play that we tried to do, and we lost Baron. And after you lose Baron versus Kanacom, then it's pretty over. So I think we played fine. We just had like 2 or 3 hiccups, and then because of the comp difference, like for our comp, we have to play better than them to get a win. And for their comp, once they get ahead, they can't really lose. You know what I mean? It's like it's so hard to lose. They can't make a mistake. So yeah.
Random question: do you think that Vitality could have still won through side lanes? Because one of the commentaries I saw on the Korean broadcast is that maybe like LCK and LEC see the game differently, but Rogue lacks really hard initiation. That was their thought of the comp. Could Vitality still have won through side lanes?
I mean, yeah, we at 20 minutes, like 20 something, we did go bottom and we got bot tier 2 for basically nothing. Like they didn't get anything for it. So I think that right after that play, basically we made a play top and we tried to, we tried to kill the Victor, and then we died and we lost Baron. So I think as long as we don't lose Baron and we keep playing how we started to play at 20-minute mark, I think we could have won that game. Yeah, I think it was definitely still winnable. Because they have to start Baron and then they have to basically have to like flip a fight at Baron, and I think that's like decent for us, right?
I know that I asked a similar question about 2 years ago, but what's your thought on the current state of the meta? Do you still think the game plays too much around Rex?
I think that the teleport change was not actually healthy change for the game. I mean, I do like to lane and play for lane as well, right? But I was never like a fan of teleports, but I still think it's like not healthy because the game is just so slow and slow, monotone. Like if you compare these games to the previous Worlds games or the Summer Split games, right? They're just so much more boring, no? Like can't everybody see that? Like in most games professionally, there is like maybe 10 kills by 25 minutes, if if 10 kills by 25 minutes. So I think the games just became much more slower now. And yeah, therefore it's just like I think the teleport change was the biggest problem. Yeah.
Do you think so? Because I actually been asking a few people around on why the games have slowed too much. Because now we're seeing 40 minutes game like pretty much half the time, and some people told me that it's because of the champion pool. We're seeing more late game hyper carry champions at the bot lane, so people like to play towards that game. Some other people told me that it's the objective gold bounty, so people like to make less risks, so to speak. Do you think those things also play into the factor on the longer games?
I mean, I think the bounty thing is big cap. I think bounties are just like a mental kind of how it's just like something you see, in your head, but they don't actually change the game. I mean, I agree with the AD carries being played, obviously, right? But therefore, let's say you have Caitlyn versus Jinx bot matchup, and now if one AD carry gets ahead, you can't even make TP plays. Before bot lanes at least had to try to not die to TP wards, but now it's like if you get ahead, you just take bot turret, you go top, and you take top turret, right? So the game becomes pretty monotone in that sense. You can't stop the inevitable, Whereas like before, you had a chance to make a play, and enemy could fuck up quite easily. Right now, that doesn't happen, right? So I think, yeah, picking strong lanes, like the range of the carries makes sense, right? Because you can't pick, I don't know, for example, Nautilus Kai'Sa and TP behind them with Sylas and gank them, right? You can't do that anymore. You can't get ahead. It feels like you can't get out of a bad situation, basically. If you're in a bad situation, you're just fucked. Like it's not much to do.
Going back to the match today, Rogue has been looking pretty dominating so far, but Team Vitality also had a good track record in the last 2 weeks. Where would you place the current Team Vitality on the rankings of the 10 LEC teams?
I mean, since our week one was like garbage, I mean, I think the last 2 weeks are showing more of like what we are, I guess. Um, I think we are like top two, top three. Definitely. Well, we lost to Rogue today, so Rogue is looking pretty strong. Um, I think it's like we are on the strength of like how I see it is I think it's like Rogue, Vitality, and Fnatic. They're like the top three strongest teams, and then it's like G2. I will put like a tier above the others, and then it's like the Excel, Med, Misfits, kind of something like that. Yeah, I think I mentioned teams I would think will make playoffs, right?
I do have so many questions that I would like to ask you, but once again, I think LEC is gonna try to smash my skull open because I ran out of time or something, and I'm gonna get told off soon. Perks, thank you so much for this conversation. One last question. So, ever since this roster 14 Vitality get announced, this team has been penned to at least make it to the LEC finals. What do you think this team Vitality or some of the individual members need to do in order for this team to win Spring and make it to the MSI?
It's always a grind, and you have to be aware that it's a grind, it's a process, and you have to acknowledge that some things you want, or some things you want to do, you can't always do instantly, right? So it's about understanding that each week has its own practice regime, like what you want to improve on this specific week, because you cannot, as a human being, you're not able to improve. You're not a computer, you cannot improve on like 5 different things in the same week. You have to improve on one thing, then one different thing, then one different thing, and then try to mesh it all together. I think here at Vitality, we are trying to learn specific macro points each week that I feel like we should know, because as a new team, often you're not on the same page regarding the specific points in the game, and I want us all to share our experience and knowledge, our thoughts, I guess that's our opinions on how we want to play the game, right? And then I want us to come to a common conclusion regarding that. So I'm trying to give a lot of my ideas, and I think Barney is pretty vocal as well, and Santos Scarzi says something as well, right? So we try to find the common language in that sense. And once we are all like, basically, I feel like the good team, right, or to be the best team, you have to be on the same page the whole time, every point in the game. Like you can't just be on the same page from minute 2 to minute 5, and then you're not on the minute 6. Like you have to be on the same page regarding everything you want to do in the game. And sometimes you want to do Herald, sometimes you want to do Camp, sometimes you want to do Dragon. Sometimes you want to. I think I said enough actually. Being on the same page. That's the motto.
And given your experience of having worked with multiple different rosters and with rookies and as well as veterans, you're confident that this Team Vitality can get to this same page, and if so, when?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that by the time playoffs come, we will be confidently contesting the title, right? That is the goal.
I look forward to it. Perhaps I'll see you at the MSI once again.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully. Okay, thank you very much, and best of luck for the rest of the LEC.
Thank you.